Hey you all, and good morning. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the north. More specifically, we are in Gurnee, Illinois, and even more specifically than that, we're in the parking lot of Six Flags Great America. Now, I think this is the first Six Flags I've been to this year. I have a subscription that I pay $10 a month for a season pass to all the different Six Flags. I bought it last August, and I think you have to keep it for at least a year before you can cancel. So I'm still being charged $10 a month to have that pass. But you know, most of them close down in the winter time. So we are back for the first Six Flags of the year, Six Flags Great America here in Illinois. And this Six Flags has a special place in my heart because growing up, I guess this is what you would call, what roller coaster enthusiasts would call my home park. My family would take a trip once a year out here to Six Flags. My dad and his whole family would come together, a large group, the whole family would come out here. And I dreaded it because I did not like amusement parks. I did not like roller coasters. I did not like being scared. I liked hanging out with my family. I liked being around my family, but I would just dread going out here. I would dread like the pressure that I would receive from my cousins to get on a roller coaster, because all my cousins loved roller coasters. All my cousins loved wild rides, but me, I was a little scared of roller coasters. Which the great irony is now, after growing up being the one that didn't want to be there, being the one that didn't want to ride the rides, now I do this for a living, and in a cruel twist of fate. But yeah, it's always fun to you know, that nostalgia. I do have nostalgia, even though there was some traumatic experiences over the years, but I still have a lot of nostalgia for Six Flags Great America. So let's head inside. Please follow me. As we are headed in here, it looks like there's some construction going on here in the parking lot. I don't know if they're extending something out here, if they're building a ride or building a facade, or if they're just doing some work underneath the parking lot here. It looks like this archway may be under construction here. It has yeah, some of the pieces missing. Yeah, very nostalgic to walk in the front gate here and see that double-decker carousel greeting us to Great America. So believe it or not, this is not the only Great America. Now, it was originally Marriott's Great America. It was sold to the Six Flags company, and now is Six Flags Great America. But there was another Great America built out in California that is actually wound up being purchased by the Cedar Fair company. So you had a Six Flags Great America, and then California's Great America was owned by the Cedar Fair company. This one owned by Six Flags, which you know, they were pretty much the main rivals in the amusement park industry. However, Six Flags is now merging with Cedar Fair, so oddly enough, both Great Americas have ended up back under the same ownership. But I do like to start every day at Six Flags with a ride on the double-decker carousel. So let's hop aboard. All right, in order to get to the top level of the carousel, you have to enter right here. All right, let's find us a horse up here on the second story. Yeah, it looks like it's all horses. I think downstairs you have more of the different types of animals, but up on top we just got horses. How about this weird yellow horse right here? Gently rotating here above that big pond. You can see the parking lot from here. Yeah, it was pretty crazy growing up riding this carousel here at Great America, then going out to California and seeing that they had an almost identical version of that. When you enter Great America, California's Great America, it looks just like Great America here in Illinois. So it's kind of weird growing up here and then seeing a replica of that out in California. Yeah, if you look up on top, it's only horses. And then down here, there's some more interesting animals. See some rabbits, some ostriches, a deer. Although it does appear that the upper level is way more popular. There's a lot more people riding up there on the upper horses, and not so many people riding down here. You see the lion, you can see the, they have a hippocampus there, a giraffe. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff. You have to choose, you want to ride a fun animal, or do you want to ride with a better view? Yeah, the sign here says, this is the Columbia. Columbia is the world's grandest carousel. But ironically, because there is a twin carousel in California, the sign should say, Columbia is one of the 2 grandest carousels. And over here next to the carousel, we have Orleans Place, a New Orleans themed section of Great America. Now, the original theme of Great America was America. It was the different parts of the park were there to represent different parts of America, although that theme's been somewhat watered down since Six Flags took over. But let's see how the New Orleans section, how it compares to the real New Orleans, which we were in just less than a week ago. Now, the New Orleans theming is kind of minimal. You have the Great America Emporium there, which is not currently open, and then Pirates Alley Arcade over here. And I am trying to take it easy on claw machines. Now, 2022 was the year of the claw machine here on this channel, and I spent a lot of money at claw machines, and I did not win hardly anything. I'm trying to remember if I won a single thing fair and square in a claw machine that summer. I know that I won something out of a win every time claw machine, but I don't know that I actually won a single plushie out of a claw machine that entire summer. Get some classic New Orleans cuisine over here. Big Lou's Italian beef. Now, over here we actually do have a New Orleans themed ride. This is Roulette Dodge. Now, if you translate that from the French, it does translate into Dodge Street. And you see these New Orleans style bumper cars here on Dodge Street. Oh, this is like a chaotic free-for-all style bumper cars.
Turn the wheel.
Now, over here we have the Condor, which looks like some big horrible spinning contraption. Okay, so here it goes. Got the different arms there, full of little shuttles, which are rotating. It's raising up in the air on its own little tower. And what's it gonna do? Just a bunch of twirling, it looks like. Nice little twirl in the sky, I guess. Now, I did want to hop aboard that tower there, that observation tower. It was closed last time I was here, and let's head over there and get a bird's eye view of Six Flags Great America. Yeah, the Sky Trek Tower, one of the few rides I enjoyed as a child because it was, you know, not as intense as a lot of the roller coasters. You can see people there piling in. Oh, and there it goes. See it ascending to the heavens. Twirling, twirling, twirling on its way up to the top. let's hop aboard. Whoop. There we go, lifting up off the ground.
Welcome to Sky Trek Tower.
Whoa!
Structure
That was surprisingly abrupt. Started twisting here.
We ask that you remain seated.
The coaster right there.
Away from the windows.
Oh yeah, look at that.
The cabin you are sitting in will carry you to the top of this 330-foot tower.
330-foot tower. There's the carousel over there.
Of the surrounding area.
See the skyline of the park.
You might be able to see the Chicago skyline.
Oh, it says we might be able to see Chicago skyline. I'll
Enjoy the bird's eye
keep an eye out for that.
At Great America.
Yeah, looking down at that big carousel there, the pond out front.
With several festivals that start in June and continue through October. These festivals will have fun, food,
there is
fireworks.
There is the parking lot. I actually think I think I see my car.
As we ascend the tower,
that's a big parking lot.
Our two wonderful parks, Six Flags, Great America, and Hurricane.
Looking out for Chicago. I don't see the Chicago skyline.
Over Great America, you can see why this park is a thrill seeker's paradise.
Oh, down there.
Skyline, you'll see our 16
down there they have the water park.
With such an incredible collection.
Doesn't look like there's very many people at the water park today.
More than 20 million rides.
Wood coaster over there, kind of in the water park area.
America is home to 3 children's areas geared towards thrill seekers in training. You'll find Camp Cartoon in Utah territory.
Oh, that is the Whizzer
and Hometown Park
right there.
Hometown Square.
That's the roller coaster that terrified me as a child.
Thrilling experiences just right for their height and age. Outside of our children's area, we have attractions for the entire family throughout the
Given the whole spiel here.
Which include the Big Easy Balloons, Chabasco, the Columbia Carousel, and the Great America Scenic Railway. For everyone.
Yeah, I don't think I see the Chicago skyline. I guess it's just not clear enough today. Yeah, it's kind of basically they give you a description of every ride while you're up here on the tower. You can look out at the rides, and then they give you the spiel. You can hear about the rides and decide what rides I'm going to ride today. All right, looks like we're plummeting back down to earth here.
Please remain seated until the cabin has come to a full and complete stop. At that time, please exit the cabin through the doors facing Max Force. Thank you for riding Skytrack Tower, and thanks for visiting Six Flags Great America.
Oh, we're still rotating.
Great day.
So rotating a few feet off the ground here. Walk under the train tracks here. Come out to Hometown Square here. Fortunately, the train is not running today. You can see they've decorated for June for Pride Month with the rainbow-colored Six Flags sign there. Daffy, how are you doing? You're doing a little dance there? Oh, hello. Oh, what's happening? Oh, having a moment here. Oh, hey!
Question. Are you the Carpetbagger?
Yes.
Figured, that's so awesome, man. Nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you. Daffy, you know who I am? Oh. Oh, look at this. Oh, look who else is showing up. Who's joining the party here. Hey, Sylvester, how are you doing? Doing a little dance? All right. Some great dancing going on here. Can you give me a high five there, Sylvester? All right. Daffy, it was especially great meeting you. Oh my God.
I think you just made his day.
Oh, well, thank you. You were always my favorite. Oh, one more hug. Thank you so much. Aw. Bye, Sylvester. Aw. Characters are so good here. Oh no. Now this makes me sad. We have the Whizzer here, but the Whizzer is currently undergoing system upgrades. Will open later this spring. Dang it. So the Whizzer here is one of the roller coasters that I, believe it or not, I've actually rode here at Six Flags Great America. It was one of the first roller coasters that I ever rode anywhere, and it completely traumatized me. It was one of the first. We rode the Carousel. I remember coming here with my family. Rode the Carousel. We came over here. I hopped on the Whizzer with my cousin Stephanie. I did not know anything about roller coasters. I did not know what to expect, and it went around the first loop, and I thought we had been flung off the roller coaster. I thought I was going to fly out. I didn't understand the physics. I didn't understand how roller coasters worked. I thought I was going to be thrown out. She was enjoying herself. She was putting her hands in the air. I was yelling at her, "Put your hands down! What are you doing? What are you thinking?" So that gave me there was a long period there, over well over a decade, where I did not ride another roller coaster after that until I rode Big Thunder Mountain at Disney World and kind of got over my debilitating fear of roller coasters. I've still not completely gotten over that fear, but I have begun the process. So I wanted to come back as an adult, because I have not rode the Whizzer since that happened. I want to come back as an adult and conquer the Whizzer and be able to ride the Whizzer as an adult and give my assessment now that I know a little more about roller coasters, now that I've been on some actual scary roller coasters. But it is closed today, so we're gonna have to put that off. I have to come back here at some other point and conquer the Whizzer. I was actually really looking forward to conquering the Whizzer today, but we'll just have to kick that down the road. We have Tweety Bird in their cage. Is Tweety Bird a male or a female? I don't think I ever knew one way or the other as a kid. Leave a comment in the comment section if you know Tweety Bird's gender. It's an interesting name for a ride here. This is the Lobster. Okay, the Lobster's starting to move. You can see there is an actual lobster there on top of the Lobster. Otherwise, it appears to be a scrambler of sorts. Yeah, pretty much a lobster themed. Oh, no. Oh, it's got more to do. It's not just a scrambler. The lobster at the top is beginning to rotate and shift. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a lifted scrambler. Almost kind of like the Spider, but it lowers so everyone can load at the same time. So in a way, the Lobster is an improved version of the Spider, I think. And the Lobster's got like red eyes. Yeah, it makes me feel like the Lobster itself is in control of all this chaos and madness. The Lobster is in control. But now it is time to head west, more specifically, southwest, to the Southwest Territory. Looks like there's like a remote control boat section here. Sadly, I don't see any boats. Oh, you see some more Looney Tunes characters here lurking in the bushes. It's Taz! And there's a statue of Daffy over here, and he's got a can of Krylon. I had to look that up. Krylon is a brand of spray paint, although it doesn't look like he's actually spray painted anything. Have almost like a Wild West type town over in this section. Here is El Mercado, gift souvenirs and sundries. And in the window there, we have, I guess, Mrs. Taz. Of course, this must have been why Taz was hiding in the bushes. Oh, here's the cat from the Pepe Le Pew cartoons. She's over here looking to her right, but there's nothing there. Oh, okay. I'm guessing he's not there because he was canceled? This building here kind of looks like the Alamo. It says Chubasco on the side. Let's take a peek inside here. Okay, like some sort of teacup ride, almost like a teacup, like a teacup ride, but instead of teacups, it's like Southwest pottery. And it's inside the Alamo. The Ricochet over here, some sort of twirling swing-like ride. You can see the cars actually have a cow pattern on them. So kind of a cow-themed twirling monstrosity. And the river rocker here, kind of like a swinging pirate ship ride. Looks like it's actually a giant canoe, so that's, you know, that's some fun theming. So a roller coaster here, back behind these Old West buildings. Creeping along there. And, oh, there we go. And this big blue and white contraption here, this is Sky Striker. This is the newest attraction here at Six Flags Great America, and it has not opened yet for the season. It looks to be kind of like the arm there with the big swirling disc where people sit on it, and it swings back and forth. And you can see them still doing some work on it. Looks like they're doing some landscaping right now, planting some flowers. Unfortunately, this is also, the construction here is blocking off the American Eagle, this giant white coaster right here. This was the other roller coaster I wanted to go back and ride today, but unfortunately, I guess because of the construction with Sky Striker here, because it's under construction, they're having to block off the American Eagle. So sadly, the two roller coasters I actually did want to try today are either shut down or blocked off. Now, I've never actually rode on the American Eagle before, but I did want to ride it today because it played a major part in my crushing fear of roller coasters that I suffered through in a period of my life. And of course, there was the Wizard that traumatized me, but there was another time we were here at Six Flags, and the American Eagle here, the train actually got stuck right on the top of that hill. And I remember it seemed like it was stuck up there for hours. I don't know, my perception as a younger person may have been skewed, but I remember I kept looking up there while we were here, and that train was still up there. And at one point, people had actually gotten out of the train and were standing on top of the roller coaster, which absolutely terrified me. The idea that a roller coaster could get stuck, could get stopped at a high point like that stuck with me for years. So yeah, today I wanted to conquer the two roller coasters that played into that fear, but they are both closed down today. This one because of the construction. I talked to someone, the Wizard, they said they're installing, I guess, new mechanical components to the control system, so that's closed, but both are expected to reopen. So I feel like we're gonna have to do another redemption arc here. We're gonna have to come back and ride both the American Eagle and the Wizard. Wanted to do that today, but did not get that chance. And also the American Eagle, when I was a kid, I would drive back and forth between my mom, or I'd ride back and forth between my mom and dad's house. You know, they were divorced, so I would spend some time with my mom, some time with my dad. My dad lived in Milwaukee, my mom lived in northern Indiana, and driving past, it would always pass the American Eagle. You can see it from the highway. And as I was driving in, you could still see it. It's grown over, the trees have grown over quite a bit, so it's not as stark, but you would always see it right there on the highway. So I remember being traumatized, seeing the people stuck on top, and then a reminder every time I traveled between my mom and dad's house, would pass that massive roller coaster out there on the highway. and just see how big it was and just how imposing it looked. Every time I would think about those people stuck on top. And well, I knew what was cool though. It was if you drove by at Christmas time, there would actually be a Christmas tree hanging from the outside of the American Eagle. And on Halloween, there would be a giant spider that they would mount on the American Eagle, which I thought was that's a positive memory. Seeing that, waiting to see it, see if is the big spider going to be up. If I knew it was Halloween time, but yeah, we're going to have to return here to Six Flags Great America at some point and conquer those two rides. And there does seem to be a lot of stands and shops that are closed. I know this. I recognize this is early in the season. We're just still at the very beginning of June, so it's possible these are just waiting for the park to get busier to open up at full capacity. Yeah, like the rides here. Not all the rides are open. It's early in the season. Probably by next month, most of this stuff is going to be operating, and probably most of these stores will be back open. Six Flags Great America, more like Six Flags Giant Cherica. This is Goliath here. It's like kind of a combo wood and steel coaster. A big nasty plunge there. Oh, that's the part. That's the worst moment right there. That's the worst moment on any roller coaster, when you can see down. This Fiddler's Fling here, and it looks like very vomitous, I would say. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's unpleasant. The Yukon barbecue pit here. Looks like they use Elmer Fudd as the mascot for the barbecue pit. I guess it's better than using Porky Pig. It says, "Please don't feed the wabbit." Do you guys think this? I'm just floating this. Did Looney Tunes make fun of do a lot of comedy at the expense of people with speech impediments? Have the little go-kart track here in the middle of the park. Now this is the Little Dipper here. This is a historic roller coaster that actually came from a local theme park. It says it was built by the Philadelphia Toboggan Company in 1950. And it says this was from the historic Kittyland Amusement Park in Melrose, Illinois. Now, the other day when we were at Volo, the Volo Museum, they had a kiddie Ferris wheel from the same theme park. So good to see Six Flags preserving a piece of amusement park history here. And from there we head into the DC universe. This is the Flash vertical velocity. So See, they just got shot up there on that big spike there. I think they're coming back. Oh yeah, you can see they're like hanging underneath there. So kind of like Top Thrill or Good Gravy, but they're hanging underneath the track. How many times are they gonna go back and forth? They go up the spiral and then back. Oh, there they go. Oh, there they go. And then are they go back to the spiral? Yeah, there they are. Are they coming for another go? Are they coming for another go? Or are they? Oh, yeah, I think they stopped. There you go. Oh my goodness. The supervillain swing here. See, it's rising up there because it's not just a normal swing. It is the supervillain swing. It raises up and then begins to twirl there at an angle. Yeah, it looks very, very villainous. Here comes Batman the ride. My goodness. I remember growing up in this area, growing up in Chicagoland, whenever Great America would have a new roller coaster, they'd run non-stop commercials. And I remember when they were running the Batman the ride commercials, it was this billed as like the absolute peak of like theme park intensity at the time. And I remember, kids on the playground whispering, "Oh, Batman the ride." It would really get us hyped up from those commercials. I remember it was Batman the ride was a big one they pumped up, and then there was Iron Wolf. I remember that. That's not even here anymore. They moved that to New England. But Iron Wolf, the stand-up roller coaster. I remember everyone talking about Iron Wolf. Iron Wolf was this, you stand up on the roller coaster. Everyone thought that was insane. The kids on the playground, Iron Wolf. And then later it was, Batman the ride was the top peak fear. Now I've not been on Batman the ride, but I've rode Great White at SeaWorld San Antonio, which is actually a carbon copy of the ride. So in some ways, I've been on Batman the ride. And at SeaWorld, they let you film on the roller coaster. So you could actually go watch me ride Great White if you go to my SeaWorld San Antonio video. And where you have Batman, you have the Joker. And this ride, I've never rode before, but it appears to be the most nauseating roller coaster. If you can see, not only are the people coasting down the track, but they're also spinning in their seats, spinning head over heels there. Oh my gosh, does not look fun. Absolutely nauseating. One day I may have to ride this just for the experience, but I'm not looking forward to it. I see some more Looney Tunes characters out here in the woods. You can see Foghorn Leghorn there. Oh, there's Marvin the Martian, and he's being really sneaky down there in the weeds. But before we leave, let's stop in the gift shop, known simply as Flags. Here's some of the Six Flags merchandise, some of the Six Flags clothing they are selling. I think this is just maybe the flowers there. This is the springtime Six Flags line with all the coasters there. It says any day at Six Flags is a great day. Yeah, mostly. There's a nice patriotic choice. The giant bald eagle perched on the coaster there. I almost was going to make a comment about how I hadn't seen any poop hats here at this Six Flags, but here we go. They did not disappoint. We have the Bomb Pop patriotic turd there, as well as these big, giant ball caps here. So thank you for joining me here today at Six Flags Great America, my childhood amusement park. And I think we may have to return here at some point. I do want to ride the Whizzer, and I do want to ride the American Eagle. Even though I cannot film on those rides, they do not allow you to film. on any roller coasters at any of the Six Flags parks. So, but still just for personal reasons. I want to be able to ride those as an adult in a way to conquer my fear of roller coasters once and for all. But I want to thank you guys for coming along with me to this park. If you like these videos, please subscribe. It helps out the channel and it lets you know when new videos are coming. I travel around the country from roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun stuff. If you'd like to help out the channel in other ways, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more, we'll get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also selling enamel pins in the Etsy shop and doing personalized messages on Cameo. All that information is in the description, and all that helps keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.